The question of price comes up all of the time. I get it. Nobody wants to feel like they're being taken for a ride or being ripped off. And sometimes we don't have explanations for why the price is higher. Let me show you an example that we've all faced in recent times and over the years with different products, but we don't always put our full attention on it. So I have these two containers of laundry detergent. I have Arm & Hammer here that I purchased several weeks ago, a couple months ago, something like that. So I hung on to this for a few days because I knew there was something different or fishy going on with the detergent, and I was right, but I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about it. So this particular bottle says 107 loads, and it's 144.5 ounces. This one I just bought within the last couple of weeks, and these are the new bottles. This is the new standard. So this is 105 loads, but we have 105 ounces of detergent. So this is telling us that we're going to get we're only going to lose 2 loads, but we are down 40 ounces of detergent. And you can see from looking at it straight ahead, more noticeably, you can see it from the side that this is a lot smaller. Now, the price for the detergent didn't go up, but they're giving me less. They're telling me that I'm going to get just as many loads, but when I read the directions are the same in terms of, if you have a medium load, it's saying to use a half of a cap and cold wash settings. And these caps are exactly the same. So same height. I can interchange them. So the cap didn't change. The directions didn't change. But they're being deceptive or delusional in thinking that I'm going to get nearly as much use out of this as this. It's a third less product, but somehow I'm going to get the same results. And so how that relates to hardscaping, if all of us have access to the same materials, our labor costs are about the same, our equipment, trucking, all of those things, we all have access to the same things. But somebody is several $1,000s cheaper than another company. The question to ask is, what is this cheaper company doing or lacking that the other company is including? Do you have an apples to apples comparison? So it could be that the labor and material costs are less, but that means they're installing less and they're taking less time to do it. Well, for a patio, that could mean less base depth, which is going to be detrimental to get below that the frost line for freeze-thaw cycles. It could be not doing an over dig, that extra base that you prepare beyond the finished surface of a patio, and that will cause your edge restraint to pop up out of the clay soils, and your spikes need to be in the base and they need to rust so they hold tight. And your pavers could start to fall off of the edge. For a retaining wall, similar, you have less material in terms of the, maybe they don't bury a full course of block like you're supposed to. Maybe their base isn't 6 inches thick like it's supposed to be. And maybe they're not doing 12 inches of backfill behind the wall. So you're not getting that protection from the clay soils. And now water's building up behind your wall and pushing it forward. So you really have to be careful. You really have to do your homework and make sure that you're not being taken for a ride. And I don't mean by someone who's just charging, shooting for the stars in how they charge. I'm talking about what is the other guy skimping on that you are missing that is crucial to your project.